Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Excuse me. As you can see, I have taken a few minutes before turning the camera on to familiarize myself with my pens. I've plunged into using them. Excuse me. Water. And since it was quite a couple of years, I wanted to be sure that they did what I thought they did. So, I found one last one that didn't dry out during my hiatus, and this is a 210 made in Japan pen, six-sided. There's no label other than this one, and it is the very finest. And so, that one's done. Now, this one is found in craft stores. It's a Micron 01, and it is almost as fine as that, but not quite. It's between that one and my Uniballs. So, not bad, but not quite as fine as I would like it to be. And then we go down the list of my Uniball Signos, and this is a Micro 207. 207 is the overall name of the pens, but the Micro is this one. It's nice and fine. I use it quite a lot. And then this one is Ultra Micro, and as you can see, it is finer than the Micro, but not as fine as these two. And then in my glass, I found this guy that is just a plain 207, and I use it quite a lot if I'm not going to use my standby Pilot G2. So this is just the plain 207, and it looks like that. And then we have the Pilot G2, and you can see how wide that is by looking over here. That's what I used on this one, on these flowers, not the leaves. And last but not least, the Micron 02, a little bit heavier, kind of similar to the 207, but I'm not thrilled with the quality of the black. I just don't find it black enough to suit me. But then I'm a picky girl. So, let's leave those to the side and talk about this one. We did this one together, and then I decided to finish this flower out. I wanted it to be bold and central, the focal, and so this is the effect I got here using the G2, which is heavy, as you can see. It's strong, and I used it around here. I did not use it up here. I used the plain. I used the Micro for this, and I used that on the leaves. This leaves itself open to being cut up to used as focal for a flower. It could be used here, it could be used here, it could be used with this one, and actually this one could be used if it was kept with these. But, so there's one job that I'm happy with, but not completely happy with. I probably should have done this before I did these. So, that's this one, and now we're ready to work on this one. I did some of the leaves. That was all. Now, what to do here? I often just do one or two parts and leave the rest as is. I'm thinking I might do that here. I'm in a quandary about these. And since it's my piece, I can do as I please. I see this cut out very nicely. I'm always looking to doing them, but I'm always looking to undo them. This bit right here would do very well. This bit, this one would come out beautifully if it was behind something, maybe behind a tuck spot, or behind well, you can imagine what I'm thinking. Now this, I really have decided to do less is more on these. But before I begin, I'm just going to do one for this section. I'm not going to, and this could also be cut so that it would be usable with this pair. I'm thinking I'm just going to do this one, and let me do a micro here. I'm just going to do this petal. And this runs right over this heavy acrylic paint. No problem. Sometimes I do it from the inside out. Goodness, there are bumps. The paint is so thick there are bumps. And I think I'm going to do a little more to, I'm going to do the Pilot G2. I'm going to do a little bit more to get some of this center of this flower. Saying more. Yes, that's better. Now, oh yes, many bumps and layers there. I'm thinking that I'm just going to do this one and stop. But I'm going to do my plain 207 on this one. That's finer than this. And I'm going to be careful when I do it because of this is still wet. Let's see. And you can see the colors hiding in there. And I'm going to say a little bit more on the edge of this, because that's how you hide any time that the pen ran over. There's always a little cheat. Now, I'm going to just do a little bit more here. Just the tiniest dot at the end of these veins. This one is not quite dark enough to suit me. I'm sorry, I'm mumbling here. Alrighty. And this one. Sometimes something is simple. There's a little dot, a tiny one, can make a difference. And this one needs to be a little darker here. Now, shall I whiten? I have two Uniball Signo broad and just Uniball Signo. I'm wondering if, oh yes, that is broad. No kidding around there. I'm wondering if I might want to touch up the whiteness here. Quite a juicy pen. This is a fun project to do. There is a tiny, tiny bit up here. This really is touching up these highlights. I'm going down a new road. Yes. That did the job. I'm wondering if I shouldn't... No, okay. Don't mess with a good thing, Carol. Now, Oh yes, I know what else I wanted to do. I wanted to use this and go in here very, very lightly as I can manage. To bring out some of these flowers. Just the tiniest bit, and only on ones in which I can see the center. And now up here. Well, I do believe that I'm going to stop. Because I've had quite a lot of fun, and I do hope that you have enjoyed the experiment. Wouldn't this be lovely cut out? I always imagine things and how they can be used in collage. It's just the way Carol's mind works. If you have enjoyed watching these few videos, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Let me show you this close up. And this one. This one was a challenge. I like the way the center of that flower turned out. Bye again.